see if we put something together. For those jumping in, a lot of our team members just waking up, trying to put a couple strings together for you. Should have a couple combination screens in just a little bit. It'll be really interesting. During the week, you'll probably see plenty of us doing the same stage. The weekends with the longer stages can be a bit difficult to get the timing sorted out, but weekdays, a lot of us team members ride at the same time. So you'll get a chance to appreciate multiple streamers suffering on multiple screens. I'm just about 14 minutes into the warm-up here. Nice long warm-up for the day. We're looking good so far. Feeling okay after one whole day of this already, so. All right. It's a little bit more, it says. Bump it up a bit.
I don't wanna see your face tomorrow.
Looks like we got increasing intervals here for the first set. You can see on the bottom of the graph here what we're going to be doing and what intensity we'll be going at. Pretty solid. For sprints, increasing recovery, decreasing sprint time. Hey, if you're just tuning in, drop a comment in the comment section, ask a question, or just say what's up. It's maybe new for you, being able to interact with the rider while we're mid-stage. So, but yeah, click that like button, head over to TeamODZ and click subscribe. We got a pretty exciting week scheduled for you guys. And yeah, drop a comment in there. More than happy to reply, whatever you like. We're here for everybody. Tired after the warm-up. Oh man. A little bit more. Wow. All the way up the threshold for the warm-up. Got a lot of work to do today. We're getting the legs ready to work. Another sprint here. I guess my only qualm is that all the audio and video cues are not completely dialed in. From what I did yesterday, the audio cues are on point, but the video seems to be off. So I guess question to those viewers out there, I've done this plenty of times. numbers on that box sync to the audio, or is audio kind of king, telling us when it goes up and down, as far as like wattages, or is it the audio cues that go on it? So we'll see. We'll listen. That seemed almost straight on. From the audio and the video, actually. Power on the power top. Oh, the top seems part that's up top. Need to change a little earlier. Huh. Let's see. Thanks for joining in. Drop a comment, ask a question in the comment section. Just say hi. That's probably something pretty new for a lot of the Sufferlandria riders. So yeah, we're here to interact. I'm going to let you know more about what we do here at TeamODZ. And just to be able to interact with the community here, definitely reach out. We're here. Oh, I know. Pete's horrible. The camera, for whatever reason, when it does get spun up, it's pretty loud. Microphone. Hold on. Let me get the person rolling. So microphone quality. So as you get things dialed in, getting a different microphone could help. Oh, no more updates. Thanks. But yeah, so about the mics, really variable. So if you're using just the webcam mic, if I remember, it can be really difficult to filter out. But also there are some noise suppression filters that you could use in OBS that may help you guys keep a nice, quiet stream. The other way to go about it would be push to talk if you're close enough.
Dance like a puppet on a slowly fraying string. It's easy and you're easily ignored.
Yeah, Blue Yeti. Hey, sorry Pat, I had to get on so I can get ready for the live event after this. Oh yeah, I'll work that out. Just need a little bit of a longer than 5 seconds on this. The rest I should be able to put that fish in the to keep microphone recommendations. A lot of the guys you see those these it's nothing left to lose. Others. That's your point of view. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to explain that it's a lie. Not even worth changing.
If you make up easy answers to the questions you won't ask, when the reasons slip away, don't act surprised. Don't feed, don't pursue it. Don't be so driven to it. Everybody on your block's impossible. You're not gonna
where you guys are at. The UKG challenge. Something to look at.
Rearrange the planes and pieces in your head.
This game.
Everybody on your box is possible. You're not gonna make it. And that you can't escape. Incredible. So close your eyes and fake it. Yeah, everybody on your box is possible. You can't keep it.
900, are you kidding me?
Random number generator.
Yeah. Alright, there it is. Hey, good morning, Martin. 10 in the morning over there. 1080. We're like slower than I can recover to get to. Okay, we're ready for the next one. Alright, so we've got Pat down here in the bottom left. We're about 16 minutes into his warm-up. About to get started on his intervals. Good morning, Martin. Thanks for joining in. Always nice to have friends on. I was in one target here. Here we go. Yep. Not even close. Jeez. Feel pretty close to max here. Yep. Come on. Close. Let's fly a little so I like that. He's drinking coffee out of his morning coffee mug. That's awesome.
You missed the sandwich earlier.
I did. That's early. There we go. Oh, wait. Spicy. Okay, that's about to start the quick intervals here. Good morning, everybody. All our friends from Sufferlandria. Friends from TeamODZ. Thanks for joining in.
I could go out in the darkness, see you calling my name. I hear you shouting, hear you calling, but it's not the same. Every word that you are throwing right into my back doesn't matter to me, cause I'm keeping my track. Let me go.
I'm left on stage 2.
Let me
Dropping
go.
in. Yep.
Let me go.
Night train, this way.
Stop talking, let me
In the window down
go.
here. Got your friend in the background. Gotta make sure get those virtual miles for those virtual partner challenges, for the virtual badges, for the virtual badges, for the virtual points, for the virtual placements, for the virtual riders. I might have covered them all there.
Let me go. Let me go. Oh, baby, let me go. Now I go out in the darkness, smiling back at your face with a nice and cozy feeling after leaving your place. This road will lead me somewhere I don't really know, but it's someone always makes my day somehow. Let me go.
Get started.
Let me go.
Front side of the shuffle.
Let me go.
Back side here.
Stop shouting, let me go.
We actually just a little deep. Good time. Plenty of bad streams. Before we got better streams. It gets worse before it gets better.
One step on left, on right, together. Don't waste more time for you and I together. And moving all over.
Just joining in. Yes, that's Pat down there in the corner, drinking coffee in between intervals. And that's how we do. We were saying earlier that we missed the breakfast sandwich she had this morning.
More and more than make the 10 steps together. Give me the sun, Jack, and never go back. On this 10 steps together, 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 together.
All those viewers just tuning in, thanks for joining in. We got me, Mrs. Lawrence, we got Pat in the other corner. He's on the left side of the shovel, just on the other side. Hey, what's up, Eugene? Good morning. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. Last interval, front side of the shuffle. Shovel.
One step left, one step right, one step left, one step right,
Almost.
one step left, one step right, one step left, together, together, one step right.
Oh man. Thanks, Richard. Low cadence. Yeah, definitely difficult at the end.
One just caught my eye.
Really important to recover in between all of them, please.
Post you traumatized. A long drive will get me started. Past the phone and flick the dime.
Those that
A West Coast
just
highway.
tune in. Looks like Pat's coming up on
It's empty and
the first shovel here.
I believe
5-second intervals. You get a chance.
I'm on to read to Los
Oh yeah, it's pretty small.
Angeles.
But you can watch his wattage on the top left there.
Anywhere to
I see it
rid my
explode right here.
dreams of you.
5, 6, 7, 700 watts. That's right. That's solid. Awesome. And then a sip of coffee.
70 miles sweet to town.
Love it.
I thought the sky was the limit for me. too complicated. I can from me. I won't leave, still haunting me, but I know the sound's guiding me.
What's TeamODZ? Who is TeamODZ? Check out TeamODZ.com. They're actually an online international cycling club, as well as a regional USA cycling team. You have local teams all around the United States, as well as looking to expand to Canada and the United Kingdom. So if you're looking for a team, let us know. Like-minded, suffering individuals. Martin, how am I on Zwift in here? Oh yeah, it's something that streamers call double dongling. So we have our first Ant+ dongle paired up to Sufferlandria and the Sufferfest app. Get that all loaded, and then once that's all good to go, open up Zwift, plug in a second Ant+ dongle, and you're able to ride there. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. The reason why we do it, kind of silly really, is the miles. Otherwise, it's just for the TSS score, which is fine. I did it the last 2 days like that. It's been encouraging to see your friends jump on and do the workouts and just do something different. As far as coaches, we do enjoy having a mix up of workouts, different styles, gives you exposure. The coach who wrote this is Sir Neil Henderson. I'm not sure if he did this one in particular, but he's done a lot of the ones on the Sufferfest app. Oh, bad timing. Like 30 seconds. I should have ate earlier in that rest interval.
I need to say what you again.
Oh, the Martin, the endurance lab workout is equally difficult for today. It's the Great Wall of Tempo. Did it earlier in the week. Not easy. I'll get the hang of it. Coming down. First side of shovel, put the shovel there, get to the longer intervals. It's like an affliction when we survive. We can all the night. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I actually have 3 screens in front of me. I've got the game screen, a monitor screen for the stream, and Facebook Live. And I've got Pat, both that way. I've got Pat on the screen on that side. And then all the house monitors. Make sure everybody's still asleep upstairs. You have to keep up with the intervals too short. You're like, you just break down so hard. I don't think Pat is right in ERG, but we'll have to ask him in between.
Be first, don't trust anyone. What?
Yeah.
Don't trust.
Go grab some food, Martin.
Don't
We'll see you on the other side. Oh.
trust anyone. What? Don't trust. Stay strong. Don't go wrong. Think twice. Think twice. I take it slow.
Now my spot. On 500. Well, those tuning in, welcome. Nice jumping viewers here. Thanks for joining in. You got me, Jason Flores, and Night Train, always right there, in the other corner here. Getting down on stage 2. footage first. Easy on these studies. A little bit too much on the front end. Okay, so this one. That's not that slow. Good mix. Get to enjoy whatever Pat has next on his menu for breakfast this morning.
I met a girl, and tonight we gonna drive a long, long time. I got a girl.
Hey, what's up, Ian?
Tonight we gonna
Look, grind like Baldy, grinding away.
Harlem West, the time is gone. We and
Got Pat down in the corner there.
You know what
He's
we
having fun with
waiting
this
for?
workout. It's just finished chin up. He's in the last interval down there. Oh my gosh, 120K. Of course, you're doing a hard workout, and Ian will come and tell you that he's doing a harder workout than you. I love it. Motivation, motivation, folks, motivation. Oh yeah, hope you caught that video, King, that I put together. Came out really good. A lot of cool footage of you, chest on the top bars, coming down the backside of Baldy.
We come out the other side of this town. Can't just wait for life to come, but then we'll be dead and gone. From this moment we are born, we are born. Come on.
can't even get the invite. Keep changing my profile. I don't know what more you want. You got a rider with power meter, smart trainer, that has history on the platforms. And I still haven't got an invitation. Maybe just keep trying.
Yeah, it's been messed up. More than I couldn't even find you.
Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I know Justin and he even got invitations to Vertigo. Only those elite riders, I know, yeah, I know.
From this moment we are born, we are born.
Ian says only the Cat P 1, 2, and Tri got invited. One of those things are not like the other, brother. Oh, go to Ian's house for some ribs after this. This guy.
Dig it up, spend some time in the mud, but I'm sure your tiny core is somewhat pure. Fun and follow it through the night and bring me warmth inside of my heart. Till the end of time, I'm fighting for your fire, 'cause you're my human light.
Standing at 95 kids. I don't know about that. That's tough.
Yeah, I've never been able to follow their games.
I think the located stuff a lot of times makes sense, but it's tough. Standing?
When you switch yourself up, what the fuck you turn me up? I know it's just a figure of speech.
Alright. We'll see you in a little bit, Ian.
Don't you know how I feel? Just as hard to start to win. When it's still some smiling off my skin. Don't you know how I feel? Just as hard to start to
tired of shifting versus pedaling.
It's definitely hard to find the right gear.
Oh, I know. And if you pick the wrong one, there's so little time. You just rather just stick in it.
At least you're all the same gear over and over again.
It's true. Pat is headed down into the second shovel. I'm coming out the other side. Dos más.
home. It's definitely California. I just can't picture where.
I feel like it, right? But I thought,
It's like a pretty epic downhill.
hey, if we go up Mount Lemon, it's gonna be a pretty epic downhill too. I was getting tired after 12 miles of being in tuck position, trying to get up and down, felt like I was doing those
it's really hard.
back extensions.
And if you're a guy that really grips the handlebars on a downhill, you're going to be hurting.
Yeah. Had some really good footage of Quan almost bumping into me a bunch of times because he's first time he's descended on carbon wheels.
Yeah, you got to brake early and brake off.
Yeah.
North Hall is the wet.
No, exactly. Some of the guys were sharing their story when they came up to Baldy. It was wet, and when they came down, it was just no brake, just slip. It was pretty fun.
Might as well get a shoe leather out there.
Yeah. Standard brake tracks. I don't think anybody had disc brakes. But my brakes worked well, stopping on a dime for the big turnarounds, switchbacks. Races just as we finish this. Me too. Much better for the radio station than it was for Shuffle. Ride for TeamODZ here on a Zwift platform, as well as taking on the challenge of Tour of Sufferlandria today. here. That's not good. My Cyclops hammer makes more noise than my kinetic. What's hard work, Martin? You watching or the actual intervals that we're doing?
Martin's riding. He's doing his thing.
Oh, is he? Doing the endurance lab. Oh yeah. Awesome, Martin. You must be doing a great walk. You can thank Taya for that ride. Here we go. Stage 4, Giro d'Italia. So Martin, you could decide that workout is harder or this one harder. I guess you'd have to do both in order to compare.
I think it depends on the rider.
So it's true.
Like this is double stuff for me because I'm not a guy for tempo changes.
Ah.
I like the Great Wall though because it sounds like it would help you like in those race tempo changes.
She said she doesn't like sugar, so why'd you say the sweetness makes the
Yeah, I think so. Oh my gosh. I think Martin did do stage 2 for the Great Wall. Oh man, Martin, you're killing it, dude. Making us look bad.
Hey, you gotta get this stuff for that 24 mountain bike. 24-hour mountain bike.
Did Lou's Fitness doing that?
Very good.
and she doesn't like butter. So why'd you slime around under those covers? Melting through her hands and down the gutter. She's not
January. Oh, next January? Next 24-hour race is training for. Oh man. It's, yeah, tired. Just checking the time splits all throughout the day. I can't believe it went faster on some of the laps throughout the day. Interviewed on Chat Chill. It's much different. Should be a really interesting talk.
The cannibal that lies inside the
changes are so subtle in that workout. Pinarello Live. First of all, 38 minutes left. Good solid. Thanks for Chili's for jumping on. Drop a comment. Looks like Martin's working out with us. Did his workout. Watching us do stage 2. We did stage 2 earlier today. Got that in the corner here. He's in the recovery now. Wall. Go. Morning, Nathan. What are you doing up at 4 o'clock? Hopefully stage 2. Sorry, it's Nathan Koch. He's a Washington native up there. One of the Sufferlandria guys. Brought a friend today. Got that night train here on the side. Oh, we're gonna go to work. Take us to work, Nathan. Put us on the big screens. We're here for another 36 minutes. And after that, Pat and I are headed to do commentary for the women's race on Zwift. So, let me check that out. Pretty fun race. It's okay, Nathan. I know. Hope so.
Embarrassing is a bigger problem.
Shovel is good. I think intervals are kind of short to keep up with. Very difficult to jump up to that level. I did our best to get over the top of all the gears. can't imagine riders doing it in ERG mode.
Yeah, especially with the crazy targets and some of the sprints. Trouble.
I feel like you'd spiral down pretty fast. Oh, and those that are wondering, ERG stands for ergometer. It's a way we measure power. So it's what a lot of our devices, smart trainers, essentially do. It has a rotating flywheel with a brake, resistance, and power is put on a flywheel, and word ergometer. It actually originated from the rowing world. They would have rowers in the same sort of way, pulling on cranks and flywheel. Pretty interesting history. Yeah. Martin says, just BLF. Not sure what that is, Martin. Remember, I'm a young person. I don't get all those TLAs, you know. Nathan says, not an ERG video. Oh yeah, tell me about it. And he's referring to shovel. Oh, 60.
Yeah, the power station erg is not too bad because it's just those rated threshold efforts, but yeah, there's no way you're going to do shovel.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks, Nathan. Yeah, I saw that cadence.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock it. I'm about to get ill. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock. Brothers and sisters, let me hear you say, I'm about to rock it. I'm about to get ill. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock it.
The mic is like a resource I allocate, shaping up reality, sound waves in tone with duality. Maintain neutrality when this fallacy hits. I relax and flow, cause there's no imposed boundaries. You don't shape the music it shapes you. A sheet of white silk taking form on a loom, weaving a soundscape the same.
I'm out of gears. Can't go any slower. Or lower.
Ideas in a loop, consuming the room until the particles tune. In line with your mind, the ways refined to the truth. Patterns of the rhythm are derived from the root. Feel these lines, it's the resistance. Let your lips move till your mind gets twisted. Forget all you knew and all you've been missing. Body feels groove and your ears do the listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock it. I'm about to get ill. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock it.
Music is a canvas to a painter's hands. It's an on-guard block, sculptor's rock. Another throw to make a baseline rock. Life's a mixed medium, so embrace the art. Music is a canvas to a painter's hands. It's an on-guard block, sculptor's rock. Another throw to make a baseline rock. Life's a mixed medium, so embrace the art. Stone bricks and streets with oil slicks. The home of street poets and painters with 3 sticks. DJs that mix the beats and bass hits with the sound of the metro and the crack of a kickflip. Cause this city's a garden, but it's also a desert, and it's artists that make it bloom. Imagining the beauty in every street and room, creating this color and form into reality, expressing emotion, dancing through the streets casually. A mural on a wall or a jam in a park. Free runners climbing into the buildings after dark. It's all part of a culture that lives and breathes. It's all individuals like you and me. Together we perceive a whole community. Inspiration for each other that'll truly set us free. Set us free. Set us free. Set us free.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock it. I'm about to get ill. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to rock it. I'm about to get ill.
Yeah, the thing about Zwift races, it's gonna be a mixed bag of races. Calibrations, weight shifting, all kinds of stuff. One of the reasons why I enjoy being able to ride next to guys that we know that have legitimate, in real life, power files to match, and people we just know. So you go there with an open mind to understand what you're going there for. Match up with the group that don't get too upset. I think there's a lot to be had. But it could definitely be really frustrating.
I'll behave like an animal, 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 like an animal.
What trainer do you use? Heart meter. The one that's like on the camera.
Running through my blood like an animal, an animal, an animal.
And it's like off camera.
I need to release the energy inside me, 'cause you make my world shake. I'll behave like an animal, like an animal, like an animal.
Yeah, power station's definitely more my jam.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so Nathan's done a Trainer Elite QBO Fluid Plus, but uses a Pioneer single side crank. That's perfect. I think sometimes too much is lost by people trying to chase smart trainer power meters. I'd almost rather have athletes get power meters for outdoors when they go there.
Absolutely.
Feel like you're gonna get more bang for your buck. You have to use the same numbers in and out. No question what the power is. And be able to take it with you. Some horsepower is definitely needed. Nathan wants to keep your climb. Yeah, it's definitely fun eye candy. Be able to go up and down. The question is, some of us have grades built into their workouts, like the way the workouts do in Zwift. As we program those workouts, a lot of us do it by hand on text editors. We can put in the percent incline, so it could be very, very different for those workout files. All right, is this fourth wall? Seventh wall, whatever that. Wow. Okay. some reason I thought this was a video that we climbed with what was that, Mike Cotty, where all those climbs. What was that? Put that way the other side, or this way out, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's the other side.
Ah, yeah.
Basically looking at his butt cows for like an hour and a half.
Smart choice, Nathan. Power meters on both of us versus the trainer. I'd do the same.
While you were sleeping, lovers made the sunrise. While you were sleeping,
Classic Zwift model.
lovers made the sunrise.
Here we go. Low, low, low. Horse stand for the last minute. Pitch 3, Nathan. The other side, power station. One more. Nathan says they did the same. They got pedal-based pedals, but they don't match the Neo. And if you bought 2 sets of pedals, they wouldn't match either. That's true, Martin. Yeah. The solution for riders who ride more than one bike would be crank-based. A lot of us use left side crank, swap out left cranks, but it's tough. Some of the guys swap out their power tap pedals from bike to bike. Different ways to skin a cat, really. Nathan's to get to the other side, go way out, and getting away with it. Back 3 on top of each other, for a long indoor endurance ride. 3.5 hours long. Oh yeah? Hey, Yuri. Let's see. I'm at 120. I think the estimated was, I want to say 175 today. I've got about 20 minutes left. Pat's on the same workout. Trying to turn down the volume on his
Yeah, it's horrible. I just thought it's too much.
It's loud. I slide it down all the way to the bottom and I fuck the rest of it.
I like the audio cues, but I just think the music's just too much.
Alright. Wall 8. Working on it, Nathan. Legs are feeling it. Design train. Later, Martin. Good workout. Almost there. Oh. Whoa, a lot of snow. Leora was asking how much TSS, 9 days for Sufferlandria. I think we're counting just over 1,000. Definitely pretty solid. One thing that athletes that we do have doing this, we're making sure that they take ample amount of rest after these.
Beach doping.
Good that this doesn't stream in the Sufferlandria group. We'll be donating $10 each day to the graph across the bottom. How does that work?
Got a question about the scroll text?
No, he's asking about just streaming on the Sufferlandria page. Think about maybe not hitting the targets or something like that on the graph. I don't know. I'm sure he'll explain here in a minute. I'm sure it's some inside thing they do.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Yo.
I'm just doing the Zone 2 ride here.
Oh, we're just doing a 0.95 intensity ride for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm glad for you.
It's okay. Ian came on and goes, "Oh, I'm just gonna do 120K today." Oh, okay. It's good to see that.
Came on too fast. I think I dropped you guys. since I'm botting it still.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
When's that power meter come in?
I gotta check with Greg. I know they're backordered, so.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Get a little concerned, but whatever.
You know, the first rule of a monkey is you never let go of one branch until you have hold of the other.
Yeah, but a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the whatever.
As long as you have it for the end of February 20th.
If I don't, people cycle for many years without power meters.
That's true. We'll make a Justin ride with tape over his Garmin.
Make Justin ride with a 24-pound anchor dragging behind him.
was just to attach Taya's bike to a seat post, and she could pull Taya up the hill.
I hate it with the seatbelts.
Ah. Nathan says, so you donate to your Davis Finney page only during the tour. We don't want to see graphs or workout profiles. Only epics, ideas, and images of yourself. Hey, we could play. That's not hard. How about we fix it on the fly? There we go. So at threshold, even better. Oh, there you are.
Now I have something to watch and listen to. Keep my interest while I do 60 minutes here.
There you go. There you go, Nathan. A live OBS stream edits at threshold.
Are you on Facebook Live, Jason?
We are. No. Oh yeah. The TeamODZ public page.
All right, let me pull that up here.
Don't worry. We're still donating. Yeah, still taking care of that. Hey Pat, did your company still do the matching thing? Matches donations like this?
Yes, they do.
There you go. Good morning, Mitchell Dangermon.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah, it's on his zone 2 right here. You can join us in on the recovery intervals here for about 12 minutes to go. That's about 27 minutes to go. And then both of us will be headed over to Watopia for commentating a women's race. 3 laps hilly. OD blast from the past. Neutral start and everything. Hey Sean, thanks for commenting. Yeah, Ross and Taya. Yeah, we actually have 4 going here. So I've got Sufferfest and Zwift running. Pat's got the same. Throwing this all over to Mixer, bringing it back with OBS. We got Discord running to bring guys like Mitch in here to be able to talk to. Martin was in here earlier. We got Nathan on the live stream.
Like mission control.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, John said he hasn't started stage 1 yet. Oh man, that window's about to close, bro. Come get on it.
Get after it.
When we tell you why we're doing this early, you're gonna laugh. There's actually a race that a lot of people want to do, and so they're trying to get a day early so we could race in the middle of the week next week. I do have to say, Sean, stage 1 I feel had a little bit more intensity than stage. But like Pat said earlier, it matters on the rider. If you like steady efforts like we do, stage 2 is where it's at. you're just joining in, welcome. We're just 9 minutes to the end here. Pat on the bottom left, I think's got, what is that, 20 minutes or so left. Too much. We are on stage 2 to our Sufferlandria. Oh, we got one wall left. Oh. Pat and I both ride for TeamODZ. You can find more information about our team at TeamODZ.com. We're actually an international online cycling team, as well as a USA cycling team as well. Regional teams in all different parts of the United States. And we're currently working on expanding to Canada and the UK. So definitely check us out. I'm also a USA certified coach. I coach under the Endurance Lab. Check out endurancelab.fit. Mitch, who's on here as well on Discord, is one of our coaches. That's done plenty of our plans. And it's a great community to be able to learn from the coaches in a community setting. Really, really encouraging. Definitely check us out, endurancelab.fit. All right, Nathan said, did the shovel a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah. Yeah, 40p. Get your numbers up. Good, Nathan. That's a fun stream to watch. Someone doing the 40p.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, depending on the part of the season, Nathan, he's saying that his power is down. Really, we don't program 5-second power or even the 1 minute to be that high until you're about 4 weeks out from your A race. So you work on your 5 minute and your 20 minute power for most of the season. And then in the last 4 weeks, you'll do anaerobic stuff. Mitch is pretty familiar with 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off. He loves those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't be good at everything all the time.
Right, exactly.
You can't even have the same FTP all year round.
This is true.
You telling me that my FTP is not a completely exact science and that it's not like zeroed in right onto that amount?
You are not a robot.
So you mean that if a rider that may or may not go by the name of Andy, who had an FTP 8 months ago, may not have that same FTP?
Yes, I would not disqualify him based on a couple good races when he was speaking for another event.
All theoretical, but yes, I agree.
Of course.
That's right, Nathan. Revolver. Bread and butter, 66.
One of our favorites.
So as you graduate from the Revolver, we take those just a little bit longer and we decrease the rest. So you go to 75 seconds, 60 seconds rest, and Mitch might have gotten to some of the even shorter recoveries during his build-up.
Oh, I think I blocked all those out. Now I'm starting to remember them all. Oh, Jesus. That thing is a monster of a workout.
How many is Revolver, Pat? 20? 10?
Technically, on paper it's 15, but one is a little bit longer, and they sneak in a bonus interval at the end.
Right. So, for the ODZ riders, our base 60-60 is actually 20 intervals. The longer your race, the longer your 60-60s. You want to accumulate as many 1 minute attacks that we predict to be in a race. You can match those, we're at a good pace. All right.
And I think one you're referencing was 60-45, right? Where we have the same number of intervals, but the rest drops to 45.
Yep, that's it. Thanks for joining in, Nathan. You're probably late for work now. Oh yeah. Yeah, road racing definitely fun. With a team, of course. Individual road races are very difficult. Yeah, I may tune out for this one. I do need to get ready for the next live stream. But thanks for everybody joining in. Let me scroll down. Of course, Nathan, always joining in. You know you want to get on this dream game, so check out OBS Project. Hit me up if you need a little bit of help. Sean, Mitch, thanks for joining in. Jorg, Martin, crazy 24-hour rider. Everyone else who jumped in, thanks for joining in. I'm gonna log off now. Pat looks like he's just got a little bit left. Looking like 18 minutes on that side. Yeah, he's good. So I will see everybody on the flip side. We'll leave you with a little bit of an outro about our team. Check us out, TeamODZ.com. See you tomorrow for stage 3. Put some bibs on. Pretty hilarious. Start.
need to exercise some more.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Morning.
Where's J-Flow?
Probably getting set up in the background. He'll be here. Oh.
I found I quite liked sprinting, you know, just kind of giving it everything you've got just for a short period of time. Basically, I'm trying to break this.
All right, just a reminder, we have a neutral today.
And make that camera flash. To make the camera go
Don't
on.
follow anything called a Saunier or a pace car or a bottle boy.
30, 35 and going fairly flat out.
What about the sticky bottle car?
Yeah, don't follow that one either.
It's raining. This is what I'll do. I found it's actually
Stay with the group at first.
a good form of interval training, just starting slow, and then each time this footage rolls around, it goes a little bit faster.
I'm George, I'm in charge of engineering on this project, so that's mainly sort of getting the aerodynamics right. This shape should reduce wheel drag through the air and just make it that little bit easier to set that speed camera off. Airflow is actually very good around the helmet. It's hugging the shape really nicely. It's fairly laminar going up over. We're getting a bit of turbulence exiting, but it's not too bad. So all in all, I think the aero helmet is a success. Road bikers often wear Lycra. Well, this is like a total Lycra covering, so it should completely cut the air resistance. We chose to go green for an important reason. One of our sports science theories is a psychological one. We've called it hulking, and if you colour yourself green like the Hulk, you will be able to harness that extra potential that lies within you.
Anger is quite a primal impulse, and our thinking is that, I mean, if we can tap into that and use it and actually harness that to push the boundaries of the sport, it's all about the aggression and the speed and power and just going as fast as you can, just pushing yourself to the absolute limit. I'm just marking down the conditions of the road, where all the potholes are, just a few notes to myself, just so next time I do it, I know exactly the lay of the road, what I need to do, and hopefully that'll just get those extra few miles an hour, and I'll crack it. A lot of cycling is all about you versus the other guy. This is you on your own, just flat out, just seeing how far you can take it, really. This is it, the big run. We're here at Ings. We still having a few issues with regards to the speed camera. We don't know if it will actually go off. Hopefully, I can get a clear reading of 45 miles an hour. I'm not really a naturally angry person. Usually I'm quite chilled out, which is why we came up with hulking. So basically it just gives me a little extra edge, you know, adrenaline, you know, gets my blood pumping, and hopefully that's what I need to get that extra speed and achieve this. Best time that we got was 44.6 miles an hour, which is a personal best. We haven't yet made the camera flash.
Of course, Zwift.
Some of the methods we used, although being DIY and fairly ad hoc,
There you are.
Yeah, I'm trying. Zwift was not starting. I don't know if I'm gonna make the pen.
You did not make the pen. You did not make the pen.
Well, late start is on, so we'll see if Alan did his thing.
Okay. All right. Give me a second. It's loading now. Taya should be on there for.
Taya's in.
Yeah, she is.
Star. All right, good.
She's here.
Thank you. Come on. Really? 20
What, you
minutes?
didn't get the notification that there was an update?
No, I did it. I did it 2.5 hours ago when I started doing my workout. It just took 25 minutes to restart everything.
Yes, it is.
That sucks.
It's almost as much work as riding outside, changing the stream around.
Yeah, I got off at 4:45. And just barely getting back on now to get on Zwift. It's all right. You guys get your neutral start up, and I will get the stream up as soon as possible.
These ladies are rolling super easy, man.
That's good.
This is like sissy riding.
Enjoy it while you can.
Exactly.
I know.
I know. All right. There we go. Look at that. It's crazy that Zwift and the stream were working at 4:45, and then we come here and it's not. All right, let's go. That's in. Turn this guy on. Turn that on. 1,000. Tap that. Tap that. Okay. Let's see if this will get me in the ride. It will not let me in the race, but I can get close to you guys, which will put me in the right place.
Follow Crazy Canuck.
There you go. I got you.
Yeah, well, I'm right with Taya if you need lock onto one of us.
Yeah, I'm riding with her now. All right, so we are about ready to go. I can start the stream. We're good to go there. Let me get the intro screen going. Send that out. It's going to restream. We're about ready to go.
My brother would hate this.
What's that in particular? The speed?
Yeah, the neutral start.
Oh.
That's what makes it special. We get to have this little social time.
Yeah, I know, but he wants to go from the gun.
Yeah, but that gets old really quick.
He likes getting the whole shot so he can stay out front for at least a little bit. Thea's calling them out.
Here you go.
Oh, that way there's no doubt. I tried.
Oh, I know, I know. I'm trying to be a good girl.
Just think of it as mental training.
Mental training. I like that. All right, we're about to go live. Just a couple seconds here.
So no swearing, right?
No swearing. That's right. Good morning, everybody. This is Jason Flores. It took us just about 30 minutes to get on course, but thank you very much for joining in. I'm on board with Taya Friestead here. We are just about getting through the neutral start here. We've got plenty of ladies in the pen. I think, did you guys see 25 at the start there? Can I get that confirmed by the riders?
That's about right.
Sounds good. About 25 riders at the start. Small packs, but definitely can pack a punch here. We are headed up the first hill, making sure everyone stays together. Looks like there is only one rider off the front here. Looks like S. Coker, ODZ B rider from the UK, but looks like they are coming back now. Look like they have gotten the message that they need to come back and do this neutral start here. So if you look at this nice pan out to the rest of the group, looks like they're staying quite together. We're going up the hill right now, and we are going to spend some time going on the backside. And I believe the neutral ends at Hanks. And if you are not familiar with where Hanks is, it's this cool spot that we never stop at that has really cool drinks, a really clean bathroom, and a place to just hang out, but we never stop. Could never understand why. Oh yeah, in case you need gas, you could always get gas at Hanks. That's right. And that voice you hear is on the left. That's Crazy Canuck. She is with this group, frustrated that she has to hold back the watts. She wants to let this thing go. She wants a whole shot. She wants to get it out the gate, and she's going to be headed down this hill as fast as she possibly can to keep up with this pace. It's fast. It's furious. This is the ODZ ladies race. And thanks for joining in. We're going to get this shared out to a couple of our partners out there, and then we'll get the show on the road. But looks like everyone has come together here. We'll give them a little bit of a chance to kind of group up. But in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can pull up our live results here. You will be able to check that out. I'll switch over to that. If you take a look here, you're actually able to see the riders updated every 30 seconds. It lets you know kind of what power they're putting out and kind of their position here as we get started on the race. Really good stats, by the way. It's a nice place to kind of have up on the second screen, along with the live stream here with us. It's nice to be able to get the stats. And even if you're in the race, it is nice to be able to find out what your other riders or what the commentators are saying about those other riders and get the inside scoop of what's happening. So it's all these good avenues that you don't really get kind of in a real life racing. Looks like we just head through the KOM. We are coming down off the other side, and we should get some a really fun start here. Like we normally do, we do see a big surge at the front, and those riders that are able to keep that pace are definitely, it is to their advantage to be able to stay with that front pack. Yeah, it's looking really good, actually. I did see a TT bike in there. I don't know if someone came in with that or if, in fact, something was going on. We'll have to see how that pans out. But looks like we've got a big group here. I've got Shelly Coker, Kathy P, Liz, the Crazy Canuck, Taya, of course, Jennifer Kruger from Team Vixen, Celia Hansen from Team Innovation, a new team that hasn't been represented at this race. And we are happy to have new riders in this race all the time. So excited to have new teams here as well. Ruth Shapiro, Megan Buralot, Moin Moin, April Joyce, Stephanie Hallmichael from TeamODZ, Alice Alexander from Team Vixen, Kat Piggott, Sandra Gonzalez from Team EN, Julie Goggin, Hilda Asperheim, and of course, our final two here, we've got, scrolling down, Alessandra, wow, that's a tough one, Mentos Scavia, and Val B. Really great group here, just under 20 on the registered Zwift rider list, but maybe a couple more as we roll through here in the ladies race. Looks like we are just about ready to go. We should hear our commissioner let us go and let us go live here for the race. So let's leave it to him.
Let me out of the gate.
Let me out of the gate, Crazy Connect says. We are about to go hot race, hot laps, 3 laps hilly. We've got leg breaking speeds that we're going to be taking up the front climb. So definitely look out for those. Should be a fun race today. We need to make sure everyone is behind the leader, and looks like they're going to be. Yeah, we've got one, looks like network connection issue coming up front on the stream, as you can see. Looks like, yeah, they're behind her. All right, so we're good to go. We are headed through the little alien bicycle, guys, and as we roll to the pass, we'll go down the bridge, and I think we'll get this party started. So if we, just a quick recap of last race, it was a big slugfest between TeamODZ and Team Vixen. Not as many team riders here today as we've had in the past, but there's a good 3-2 punch here. But we do have some unknowns. We have Team Fearless being represented, Team Ian as well, and then Celia Hansen from Team Innovation, a very strong team, well put together from what I understand, a team that's very considerate to their other groups of, as far as making sure that everyone gets a chance to ride. So very thankful for that. So we are about to get started here. But again, if you're just tuning in, this is the ODivas Ladies Race, and I'm Jason Flores. I'm joined by Pat, the Night Train here, and we're going to have a special guest in just a little bit to give us a little inside scoop on what's happening inside the peloton. So it should give us a nice idea of kind of where we're at. Looks like everything's working on the stream. I want to make sure I'll be able to comment to the people watching at home. So let me load that up. Megan says, good morning. And Hen Frilangi.
Go, ladies.
There you go. Commissioner R says, go. I'm going to jump on board with Alice Alexander from Team Vixen, a big rider from last week. And looks like Crazy Canuck is ready to let it fly. She's put down the pace. She's saying, ladies, let's go. 4.6, 5.0. Stephanie Holmichael says, no way you're getting away from us this time. She's putting down that 6.0 to kind of follow her along, making sure that rider, Crazy Canuck, can only use her left leg, pulling on the drawstrings, pulling on the jerseys, making sure she stays close, and she is right there with her.
Not for long.
Not for long. Jennifer Kruger there, her teammate from the Vixen team. She should have one other rider here. That's right. Alice Alexander is up there with her. A great 1-2 punch. Stephanie Holmichael is here, I believe. Yes, but Megan Herzog is not. That is our 1-2 punch with TeamODZ. So we're going to see what Stephanie can do with her other TeamODZ riders. She has actually, if Taya is leading, yeah, Stephanie Holmichael will be up the front, slugging it out with our riders from the Vixen team. So hopefully she can be smart, hold wheels, and make sure that she is on top of those into that draft. So, all right, looks like the ladies have started to settle down, but still right on top of that. Dixie Newsom is in there. Oh, I couldn't see her message there. It was just passed, but looks like we've got this all shared out to our friends, and I've got bells ringing. Looking good. I gotta slow this down. Alex Alexander is taking the lead there, setting the pace, making sure that the pace stays high. We are still a bit on the downhill, and we're gonna make those final turns here, and it'll get us back to the flat sections. I believe we are headed to the S's. We'll head through Sprint Town. We're gonna see if anyone lights it up for the sprint. One thing we have been thinking about is doing sprint points or a bonus time for this sprint section. It would be a live number or a live broadcast of those points and those time gaps. But this group of, I'm looking at 6 riders here with a 4-second gap with the riders behind them. It's staying pretty tight here in this group today. Normally we see the group stay pretty large together, but it may come back together. There's only separated into 2 groups of 5. With the front group being Moin, Stephanie Holmichael, Cecilia Hansen, Ruth Shapiro, it looks like, Jennifer Kruger there, rounding out that top 6 riders there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 riders, excuse me, keeping that on the roll. The pace is settling down just a tad, but still on the rivet here for these ladies, taking a look at their categories and how many watts per kilogram they are putting out. Definitely on the high end here. Looking at their stats on Zwift Power, definitely an even-paced group here as they watch. And looks like Cecilia Hansen puts down a feather through the bridge here, wanting to get up and over Sprint Hill right on the other side here, making sure she's got some separation from the group. And looks like she's able to get 5 seconds on this group. A very, very early move by her. A very, very early move by her to get over this hill. So what we're going to see is, let me jump on with her, and we're going to go back and look back. And so we're on board with our rider, Cecilia Hansen from Team Innovation. And I'm looking back at that group. They are 6 seconds behind the likes of Alice Alexander, Jen Kruger, Stephanie Hall-Michael. That group needs to get organized, or they need to make a decision if they feel that this rider, who hasn't actually ridden in the ODivas ladies race before, is going to be a threat. Right now, they've almost given her 10 seconds. Almost given her 10 seconds on the gap. It's 14 now on the other side, but one thing to remember as we do enter the S's, the numbers can tell us different things, and as far as the gaps are concerned, so we need to be careful to watch out for those.
Yeah, it's not over yet, but it's a good chance if she stays at 4.0, the blob will not catch her.
That's tough. 16 seconds, right, Pat? That is a tough gap to close. We've done OD's entry, those long 100K, 100-mile rides on this same course. We used to go only one way, only one course around this course from back in the day. And you could easily get big gaps here, and you really have to make it up. It's looking like 15 seconds from this group. Cecilia Hansen really putting the hammer down, but we'll see how this flattens out as we get to the start-finish line. But I'm going to jump back into the group here. All right, on board with Stephanie Hall-Michael, Jennifer Kruger, Alice Alexander, and this group is trying to get organized. They are pushing above 4.5, which is the right thing to do. They need to watch the wattage that Cecilia is putting out, and she's putting about 4.1, 4.0. And if any of those riders know, you could really only push that VO2 max effort for anywhere from 3 to 8 minutes. Anything above that, you're looking at about 1 to 3 minutes. So really, this group really needs to just hold it out for about a minute or two, and they should get a feel or get an understanding if she's going to be able to hold that gap. Right now, 13 seconds to go from that center gap, and behind them, there is a nice group of, let me see if I can get all the riders. Looks like Goggin, Piggott, Joyce, Brilliant, and the Crazy Canuck here really driving the pace on this second chase group, really working together.
Oh, yeah.
We typically don't see a larger group. I'm sure our Crazy Canuck is happy to have some company because, you know, Misery does love it.
Yes, very happy, very happy.
Very happy. You can hear that in her voice there. They are just about 30 seconds off, 30 some odd seconds behind, but not too far back. But it's always nicer to ride in a group. The draft effect does work here in Zwift. You are able to back off just a tad and recover if you're doing the right thing. But yeah, it is always nice to be in a group. They are coming through the cave now. Let's see how this front group's doing on the front straight. Looks like Cecilia Hansen's got 15 seconds, but don't forget, we've got this climb 2 more times before we go up.
Don't remind me.
No, I know. So there's a couple decisions that this group is going to need to make. Are they going to take a steady pace? Do they think Cecilia Hansen has got the legs to go up and over? But I think it's really important to kind of watch her pace as she goes up and over. And one of the reasons why is if she is going to fade, it's going to be on this climb. The gap is down to 12 seconds. I don't think they need to close it any more as they get to the KOM. I think they need to see if she can hold that 4.1, 4.0 or above during this climb. And I think that will be pretty difficult to do at this point. This group is doing the smart thing. This group of 6 of Stephanie Hall-Michael, Jennifer Kruger, Asperheim, Moin, and Shapiro, and Alice Alexander here, the 6 riders, definitely doing the smart thing, holding just below 4.0, still dropping that gap on that front rider in the breakaway. Cecilia Hansen riding very bravely here as she goes up the KOM. Let's go ahead and jump on with her and see what it looks like from her perspective looking back. So looking back here, she could see the Ferris wheel, the famous Watopia Ferris wheel coming around. David Riggins mentions the Endurance Lab and all the things and all the workouts that people are doing. Great thing about event modules here, there is no one else on the course except for this group and except for these riders. So it does give them a chance. It does give them a chance to have a place to be and to be alone and not have all the traffic. But the opposite thing is that on the other side, all the riders who are riding just in the general world will see all the modules and all the workouts, kind of making it a very, very busy place. Boom. Cecilia Hansen has just hit the KOM. She is 6 seconds. 6 short seconds behind. Looks like there's a fluster of power coming from that group. I'm going to jump
Get her,
back.
ladies!
Now they're doing well. The chase pack is actually working together up the hill, so
they are.
For Cecilia to keep that gap.
It is. I'm staying on board with Cecilia because you can look back and we'll be able to see Asperheim, Moyne, Alice, Alexander, Hall, Michael, Shapiro, and Kruger chasing away. What a great view. What a great race we have today. We are on our second climb, actually our first climb at pace. It looks like Cecilia is holding 4.3 watts per kilogram up this. There are very few riders in the men's or the women's field able to hold this sort of pace for this long, but looks like this gap is closing. Stephanie Holmichael is saying, I just need to dial in, pretend I'm in one of my worst endurance lab workouts and put it down and get over this hill. Really, this hill is only about 3 minutes and you've done this effort. Maybe she'll make it harder. Maybe she'll lower the cadence. Maybe she'll stand up. Maybe she'll add something a little bit on top just to say, hey, I've got plenty of legs for this. But it looks like this gap is coming down. We'll see how it levels up. We're on the flat section here and we're going to go up one more time. Really quick, let's check with Zwift Power, kind of see how everyone else is doing. So we'll flip over to that screen. Looks like we've got a good group behind. We've got Cecilia Hansen putting out a solid watt per kilogram. She's averaging 3.1 right now with our chase group of 6 riders just behind. And then we've got our second chase group very, very fast as well with the Crazy Canuck, Kat Piggott, Julie Goggin, and Shelly Coker behind her. There we go. Looks like 3 seconds from Asperheim from Cecilia Hansen here from Team Innovation. I'm going to jump back with that chase group. Looks like they're doing a really good job chasing down this front break and letting them know that they are there. Hopefully Cecilia has not looked back, has not looked at the gaps. That's really the best thing to do as you climb up. We're going to make a final right turn and then head over the KOM banner. Definitely think this is going to be a fast time. Fastest time on course right
now. I don't fly.
Yeah. The times right now are just around 2 minutes. The last climb they did was at 4:39, but that was in neutral. So we'll have to see as we go under the KOM banner how we do today. And here we go. We'll see what the times are like. 2 minutes is the fastest time on course right now. We're going to see what she's got. Let's see. Did it update? 2:36 on the KOM. Amazing time. Wow, look at that.
Asperheim, 2:34.
Very fast.
Awesome times.
Great times being put down. We're going to jump back with the chase group. I'm on board with Asperheim and Holmichael following her wheel, doing a very smart move. Because the paces are pretty even here, she's staying right on that wheel because Asperheim is holding a very, very strong wattage, very steady. She's making sure she stays within that gap, using that draft. And the best thing to do, as we found playing in this game, is overlapping wheels, just like you're seeing here. A lot of times you think you're close enough, but really you need to be almost on top of that rider in front of you. And it looks like they have caught Cecilia Hansen as they rolled over the top. Little bit of a jump there. Cecilia wants that wheel. Stephanie Holmichael riding very intelligently, very smart, holding that wheel. Cecilia Hansen slots right back in there. We've got a break of 3 riders, Stephanie Holmichael, Cecilia Hansen. Let me see if I can get Asperheim's first name. Hilda Asperheim is here up in the front. Looks like she has a cadence issue, but looks like she's still putting out the power. So we've got 3 riders here up in the front. All right, so looks like we've got 3 riders coming here on the front. Very solid effort as they came over the KOM. Looks like they put a gap on the second part of this group, which is Moyne, Alice Alexander. I think it's Robin Shapiro. Let's see if that's right. Don't have a last name. Ruth Shapiro with that group just behind. They're 20 seconds back. They have let off just a bit, definitely taking it out of their legs, I'm sure, as they come off the top. Let's get back to the race here as we roll out. So Megan Herzog sends her wishes to the ladies, but she is sick today.
Oh no, it's been a tough cold and flu season going around, so yeah, if you're not feeling well, don't ride. Absolutely. I think that and a combination of the level of, not a level of fitness, the amount of training that riders are trying to
trying to
Sorry,
put in.
Megan.
It's a balance. A lot of times you'll find people trying to go just that little bit more just because they found a good niche and they want to make sure that they're getting that fitness during the off season. But this is a time to be very, very careful. But this trio is doing really, really well. Let me see if I could pan around. I should be able to. There we go. This group is looking
right
really
now,
good.
Alice Alexander's kind of in no man's land, so that's a tough place to be. Got
it
40
is.
seconds to the front group and 54 behind her, so really tough.
Yeah, looking at that gap behind her, she's got Jen Kruger. That's her teammate, Jennifer Kruger. So really, she's fighting for 4th place. Unless she can close this gap 20 seconds by herself. Boom. Oh, man. I'm going to hold on to Stephanie Holmichael. Looks like we've got a little bit. Oh, there it goes. And the internet owns my feed. Let me see if I could find them back. Should still be pretty close. Give me a second here. I should be able to get
Yeah, so that's a good group there. Stephanie, Hilda, and that third rider. I think that might be, is that a chase group? I'm just joining now.
Yeah, absolutely. And welcome to our special guest, Taya Friested. Thanks for joining in and thanks for leading us out there. I'm trying to get us back into the module.
Taya, let's go. Get your
looks
butt
like
moving,
I was
girl.
a late ad, but I should be able to find ourselves if, oh man, I'm just a little bit behind. Of course, we get an internet drop. Go ahead.
Normally, Taya, you're way ahead of me, so hurry up.
Where's the beacon? So with the new update, I don't know if it's the case with everybody's computers, but the colors are so different. And even for us here, as we are commentating on the race, depending on the view, we see, we might not be able to see as well as, especially when it's raining from the aerial view. But these ladies here, I'm with the chase group with Stephanie Hansen and Hilda, and they are putting out 3.6 watts per kilogram and working pretty steadily together. The separation, as we typically see in these races, happens in the KOM hill and also in the S's. That is an area that's quite deceiving because riders might not realize, but there's a lot of punchiness to those rolling hills in the S's, and typically we see separation there too.
Yeah, and I am still searching for riders that are in this race. So hopefully Taya can bring us what's happening live as I search for our riders here.
Crazy Canuck is in 9th place.
Yes. Let's look at Liz, Crazy Canuck. You got a very short gap there with the rider in front of you. You should be able to close it
Trying.
drafting. Yep. And Alice Alexander, she is by herself in no woman's land. She is about 25 seconds behind that trio, that's the chase group, and 30 seconds ahead of Shapiro. So she's going to have to make a decision whether that's going to be a solo time trial for her. I think that gap is a fairly tough one to close. Again, going back to the type of course that we're working with here, if this were the volcano circuit, for example, it would have been a little easier to close the loop just because it's a shorter course and a flatter course. Now on this one, it's going to be a tough gap, but who knows, right? The race isn't over until it's over. You'll never know what might happen to those riders ahead of you. So keep it up.
Yeah, can you tell me where the front group is? I'm almost there. I'm headed backwards through the S's. It's just very, very busy at the start-finish line. I've got scrolling through everybody that's at the start-finish. I'm almost there, though.
Yeah, it's I am not able to see the front group.
They're in the sprint zone right now.
Gotcha. Copy. Thanks, Pat. I'm almost
right at
there.
the end of the sprint.
So it looks like that front group. Do we know how many riders are in that front group?
Yeah,
should be 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So 3 in a front group, 3 in a chase group. Then we have a gap with Alice, and then another minute gap with Shapiro, Jen Kruger. Those two seem to be working together. Let's jump with them now. Yeah, so Jen Kruger and Robin Shapiro, is that her name?
Ruth.
Ruth Shapiro, thank you. They're very close, seem to be working together, so that's better than being by yourself out there on that course.
I am on the wrong course. I gotta go back to me.
And then we have Liz, you're letting that gap get bigger. Go for it. You got 4 seconds ahead of you. And then in the big group here, we have Joyce, Pigot, and Goggin as another group working together just through the sprint line here.
There we go. I am almost there.
So going back to that front group with our chase group, they're still working together pretty well, coming through the S's now.
That's right. We are back on. It looks like Stephanie Hallmichael is with Cecilia Hansen and Hilda Asperheim working this trio, and right behind them looks like Alice Alexander is at 40 seconds. Looks like she decided to drop back or join up with Moin Moin there. I'm not sure what that flag is. Maybe Tia or Pat could tell me. It's red with the white cross, and then Ruth Shapiro right behind them. So we've got just a little bit of separation. Let me see if I can bring this back to the main race. Here we are. We are back on board, and we are seeing everybody now. This is actually everybody on course. We need to be really careful here as we click around, making sure that we're finding those riders, but we are familiar with the names that are in this front group, so it should be able to give us what we're looking for. As we come through the rain, through the stream, there we go. We do have our 3 riders. So we just, before that interruption, we had Taya. She is here. She dropped in. She led us out here through the neutral today, not racing today. Probably did some crazy, crazy workout before this, I'm sure.
I did have a test, if you will, scheduled for this morning after a rest week. So I had to honor that. And But back here, at least I'm able to watch and participate and commentate, which is something I've been wanting to do for so long. I'm so familiar with these riders, and we've been racing for a year or more in this Odivas race every other Saturday or first and third Saturdays of every month. And this has grown to be such a good group of racers. It's a popular race for new riders as well as experienced riders with the neutral rollout. So great to be able to be watching and commentating here.
Absolutely. We're happy to have you on, having the insider view of how the paces actually move and go on this. We are just about to hit our final climb up the hill. And Taya, you can tell us about usually how are you feeling as you enter this final climb and you're in this front group? What are you thinking if you're that Stephanie Hallmichael, Celia Hansen, or Hilda Asperheim here?
So this is a 3-lap race through the hills. The neutral rollout will get you through the hill the first time. So you're looking at going up that hill twice.
There you go. Final lap, final lap. Go ahead, Tia. What were you saying?
So this is the first time. Typically when I go through it the first time, I want to stay with the group. I'm not looking to break away at that point. There's still enough racing left that it would be too early to make an attack. But having said that, it is a short climb. It is a 3-minute on average climb. If you have been training for this race, then you could be really working hard on that hill. So the key here is to pick up speed right until you get to the bottom of the hill. And once you get to the hill, you go into the power that you know you can sustain for 3 minutes and work as hard as you can, especially if this is the last time through, and carry that over the KOM banner and through the beginning of the downhills, just so that you carry that momentum over and you're able to hold some sweet spot power all through and carry that to the end of the race.
Yeah, very smart move. If you are a power rider, which most of us of these Zwift riders are, definitely knowing your zones is very, very important. As you make up the climb, they do take this turn and they're going to be headed up the bridge in just a moment. and they should be hitting the KOM line. They have changed it to a flashing red line. We should see it go by here. There it is, and they are headed uphill. But yes, knowing your zones is very important. But when everybody kind of goes crazy here at the bottom, sometimes all bets are off and you need to close that gap, but within reason, of course, because you do need to know that you need to make it up in something like 2 minutes and 30 some odd seconds. I think Pat was calling out Stephanie Hallmichael doing PRs on the last climb, but doing that back-to-back could be proved to be difficult. Oh, looks like we have a dropout. Stephanie Hallmichael, oh, that is tough to see. Jumping back on board with Hilda Apperheim. Looks like she went to 0 watts for just a couple seconds there. That's got to be tough. Still within a second or two, Cecilia Hansen putting 6.1 watts per kilogram. That is a monster move. We're going to see if we can look back. Hilda holding in that second spot, and Stephanie Hallmichael, if she can keep this gap within a couple seconds, how far would you say is safe to kind of hold and still be able to roll over this in your experience, Taya?
For the hill?
Yeah, as you roll over the hill, because we've got like a 5-second gap. Do you think that's still something that you can close as you roll over and come down the other side, or do you feel like you would want to keep something closer than that?
I think 5 seconds starts to get a little bit dangerous. And the thing is, closing a gap in Zwift is not the same as closing a gap in real life. It is not as easy. 5 seconds in Zwift, 10 seconds in Zwift is much, much harder. So you have to be burning a couple of matches there to be able to catch up. So that's why you have to be watching. And this is where that banner on the right side of the screen is helpful to see what the other riders are doing in terms of power. You have to be watching for every single move so that you can react pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Cecilia Hansen has really capitalized on that power drop that Stephanie Hallmichael had, leaving Hilda and Stephanie just about 10 seconds behind her, putting this gap that she had in the first lap. She was actually 10 seconds in front as she went over the KOM the second time. So this actually might stick. Looking at Stephanie Hallmichael and Hilda, they are about 10, now 15 seconds behind. But the group behind them is actually pretty interesting. We've got Alice Alexander and new rider Moin Moin just 50 seconds behind them, holding some pretty steady wattages. For those riders that are in the gap here, what do you typically feel like if you're in that second chase group and you're kind of in the middle, Taya? What's usually your approach to that sort of thing?
So what's the gap that we're looking at now?
So they the gaps are kind of they are about 20 seconds behind Cecilia Hansen. So that's a pretty big gap. Hilda's 25 seconds, and Stephanie Hallmichael is another 41 seconds behind Celia. So you're looking at 20 seconds and 20 seconds back there. Are you looking to drop back? Are you wanting to kind of push it because it's the last lap? Or what would be your tactic if you were, let's say, Stephanie in that third position, 40 seconds from the front rider now?
Well, this is a tough one. Again, it's a big gap. It all depends on also what she knows that she can do. Stephanie trains a lot. She is used to watching her power and understanding what she can sustain for a long period of time, and how she might be able to attack. This is a tough call. I think it is 14 seconds though to the one rider in front of her. And the rider in front of her is holding pretty steady at the same power that Stephanie's holding. So perhaps if she could do a couple of punches, working with cadence, bringing up that power, and try to close the gap that way instead of doing one long bridge, I think she should do some punches and recover, punch, recover, and try to close the gap that way.
That's really interesting. Yeah, closing gaps in Zwift is definitely pretty difficult. And the reason why is just the nature of the game. And that idea of punching and kind of staying steady and using that could actually be very, very useful, especially with the gradients here, because there is still a factor of miles per hour as we do race. So it is an important factor that you do bring up. And using that to your advantage as you go up and down each of the grades could be very useful to close that gap. Looks like that gap has grown. We're about 30 seconds between Celia Hansen and Hilda Asperheim, but behind her is only 10 seconds. So Stephanie and Hilda are just about 10 seconds apart. So if she is hearing us out there, Stephanie looking for that punch and recover, she may be able to close at 10 seconds as she comes out here into Sprint Town. Behind them, they've got Moin Moin and Alice Alexander duking it out for 4th place. For Team Vixen, Alice Alexander there just about a minute off the front.
Gonzalez is picking it up too.
Yeah, and then going back one group from there, we've got Gonzalez, Ruth Shapiro, another pair there, and then Jennifer Kruger's in that group. S. Coker is right there, and then Crazy Canuck is just behind them, looking to join up hopefully with the rider behind her, Jay Goggin. I'll see if I can get some first names for that as we pull up over to Zwift Power. Let's see if we can jump on with Stephanie Hallmichael. Look like she's hitting the arrow on the downhill. Very smart move. She's at -9% going to Hanks on the downhill, really picking up speed, 42 miles per hour, trying to close this gap on Hilda. If you've ever ridden with a guy like Pat or any of the guys that are a little bit heavier but put out crazy watts on the downhill and the flats, it's just so hard to keep up. Dropping an aero helmet on top of that just makes it impossible. So a really smart move by Stephanie here, trying to close that gap, and boom, she's within 6 seconds now of Hilda, really making a difference. She could see her in her sights, and I'm sure she's ready to make that move. Taya, have you been able to jump back in and find any of our riders here?
Yes, I'm back in.
Absolutely good. Great. So Sabra Gonzalez is the rider that was mentioned there earlier with Ruth Shapiro. That's the pair. That's the second chase group. Just in front of them, we've got Moin Moin and Alice Alexander from Team Vixen. Just about a minute 12 behind our rider Stephanie Hallmichael, who is in the chase. She's in the hunt. She can see Hilda within 4 seconds, but heading back up to Cecilia Hansen, we're looking at 40 seconds in front of this group here. Looks like Stephanie Hallmichael is going to close that gap, and I know her as a KG veteran. She's going to go right up to that wheel and let off and just hold on. Right now, she's duking it out for second spot, and she's got the legs to sprint. She definitely has been working on that, so I'm sure we're going to get some fireworks there. Let's see how Cecilia's doing. All right, so Taya, putting you in her shoes, right in her bib straps. What are you thinking with 40-second gap with just a little bit to go and headed down to the start-finish line? What are you thinking right now? If you were her, yeah, Cecilia Hansen.
Cecilia Hansen. Okay.
Yeah.
So, she's 40 seconds behind. She is going through the Italian village now. Really, again, it's going to be a tough one. If I were her, I would concentrate on not letting anyone behind me get close to me. I think she can attempt to close that gap. Again, the race is not over until it's over. You never know what's going to happen to those riders in front of you. They might blow up. Who knows? They might have a power drop. You'll never know. That's the mechanical, right, in Zwift. So you keep up and you go. If you know you have the power to hold until we're looking at the end of the race here. If you know you can hold it and punch and recover and try to close that gap, go for it. Otherwise, hold your place and do not let the riders behind you close that gap. Yeah, it's tough. Right now, the gap has grown just a little bit as they all come through Sprint Town, and Cecilia is crossing the bridge. She's about to hit Sprint Hill just above. If she can just get a little bit of a surge up and over, it should solidify her as she rolls over into the S's. Jumping back with Stephanie Hallmichael, right there, right in the draft of Hilda Asperheim. Both of them really duking it out. Now it's time to kind of play strategy, try to see if either of them can recover and get to the final 1 to 2K before they hit. TeamODZ is known for the 1K finishes at most of their rides, so we'll see if Stephanie can kind of bring that out. Normally seen at the end of social rides, be able to kind of light that up at the end. But you know what? We haven't seen Hilda Asperheim here at this race before. She is normally a B rider, Stephanie being normally a C rider, or at least categorized in Zwift Power. We could see if there's any other rides that Hilda's done. She is from Norway. She's done 37 races. She races in the CVR World Cup as well. She also races in the women's crit, the KISS women's crit. And so a lot of racing under her belt. And she's got some breakout performances. Go ahead. Which also means she might be having some tired legs today.
Absolutely. No, with that much racing, it's tough during this part of the season, this early part of the season, depending on where you are, that much racing within 2 or 3 times a week could be very, very difficult on the body. Cecilia Hansen is keeping a 50-second gap here. And Stephanie Hallmichael and Hilda are trading spots as they come over Sprint Hill here and head over to the S's. So what do you think, Taya? How is this going to play out? What do you think is going to happen to this 2-3 spot? I think that's the one that we're going to be watching out for. Cecilia's got almost a minute from this group, and that's a lot to cover in the S's.
Yeah, no, she's got her position pretty solidified right now. And so we're looking at Stephanie and Hilda. And this is the final stretch here. I have seen the gap that Stephanie closed today. She's done it before. I have been in a race with her. And she closed a gap out of almost a minute once during a race to catch up to the group that I was in. And I remember thinking, how did she even get here? Anyway, but this is I hope that she's going to attack. I hope that she is going to make a smart move here at the right time. Keep up with this rider in the S's. If she doesn't feel that she has sprint legs to sprint today, then she should take off earlier. And try to do a breakaway earlier than the 1K.
Yeah, what I typically find, or at least see, with riders in this part of the season, since a lot of them haven't been working on their anaerobic kind of punches, having riders go or making attacks from 2K out, 1K out, and really putting down that 1 minute power, or maybe even that 3 minute power is really important. All right, looks like Cecilia Hansen has made that turn into the final 1,000. I think we're going to follow Stephanie Hallmichael in. As we hit this turn right here, there's going to be a rock on the right-hand side. We call it Bussy's rock. He's the guy who can always see it. Not everybody can see it, but David Bussy can always see the rock.
He always sees a rock.
So we're headed here. We're about 800 meters to go. We're on board with Stephanie Hallmichael. Looks like she's going to lead it out. She's right coming through. We've got a couple drips of rain coming on top of them. Hilda Asperheim holding that wheel nice and steady. Stephanie Hallmichael hasn't ramped it up too much. She's got quite a bit to go. We're about 500 meters out. But the pace is high. They're about 32 miles per hour. Hilda's being really smart, holding that wheel right there. Kind of weird that the cadence meter isn't picking up. Hilda's coming by just nice and slowly. And boom, Stephanie Hallmichael puts down a truck, and boom, Hilda
puts
at
down 5, 6, going up to 7 watts per kilogram.
There we go. We've got a race on our hands, folks. Let me see if I can pan around without too much. There we go. We're headed to the front.
Looks like Hilda's got a fraction. Yep, she's ahead.
Oh, wow.
Looks like she's going to cross that finish line ahead of Stephanie.
Just by a bike.
Yes, almost 7 watts per kilogram. Stephanie right behind at 6. Great race there. We should see next Alice come through.
See if we can make it back before they make it through. Let's see. Oh, I hope they didn't make it through yet. Let's see.
So many riders on the course today. Have about over 5,000 riders.
It is. I'm just happy that the game is still running.
Yes, the start to finish line is so crowded too.
We're almost there, folks. Just hang tight for us. We've got our first 3 riders. Cecilia Hansen, looks like Hilda. Oh, now I forgot her last name. That I remembered her first name. Hilda Asperheim, and then Stephanie Hallmichael in third, bravely closing that huge gap. When she had that power drop from the hill going up the front side, really difficult to recover from, but she was able to make it all the way back to and close that gap. So I'm really proud of her to be ride that bravely and get back, and then ride smartly through the S's over Sprint Hill and to the finish. I don't know if Pat, do you have Alice Alexander in that group coming through the start finish?
I have Alice right now. She just crossed the finish line on her own. So she got the next place here.
The next matchup looks like Jen Kruger and was it Ruth Shapiro?
Yep, Ruth Shapiro. That's right. There it is. I'm on board. We're going to see it. Oh, please don't drop me. There we go. All right, I'm on board with Jennifer Kruger. 2.7 watts, really, really holding on. Ruth Shapiro right there with her. We're going to see how this finishes up. They're coming through the cave. I'm going to see if I can scroll out just a little bit to get a better view, and then see if we can spin around and play a little game here. There we go. All right, we are on board with both of them. Jennifer Kruger holding out, leading this out. We're about 800 meters out from the start-finish line. I need to make sure that I'm ready to pull the next rider, which should be S. Coker, or we can follow in Crazy Canuck there right after this. Okay.
That's me.
So I'm on board with Jennifer Kruger and Ruth Shapiro, ramping it up. We're at 3.3, 3.4, wheel to wheel, toe to toe. As we come in, we are just about we should see the 200-meter banner in just a moment. There it is, 200 meters to go. Jennifer Kruger taking the wheel on for Team Vixen. Boom, out of the saddle. Watching to see if Ruth Shapiro matches. Ruth Shapiro holds her pace, looking like no answer there. Looks like Jennifer Kruger is going to take that 5th place position from us. Looking really good there. Awesome finish there. Oh, gosh, I should have clicked. I was just on her, sticking on now, and I am searching again. Going back.
It actually, it's pretty tricky today because as I click through the riders, it takes me, it jumps. It jumps. It doesn't go in order on the course. So
It's
even
tough.
if you scroll down and you jump in, but great race.
Absolutely.
So many of these ladies that have been racing for such a long time in this race. We all know each other. Some new racers as well. I mean, as new Zwifters come on board, this is one of the races that people really enjoy coming in because of the neutral rollout. Not everybody likes to be going completely crazy right off the gate. And
Done.
Yes, good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it does offer definitely a different feel to the race, and some of the ladies appreciate it. It is a little bit different for riders, but I think it does offer something a little bit different, and people do like that. So with that, I think we're going to pan out and see if we can thank everybody who supported us today. Pat the Night Train, thanks for doing us the backside work. Taya Friesa, thanks for coming on board. Great to have you on board as well. And everyone else on the channel, our partners, thank you for joining in and letting us share our race with you. And with that, we'd like to say thanks again. And from the ODivas crew here, we will see you in 2 weeks. So get your training in, get your watts up, and we will see you then. Have a great day. Bye.
Hey, J-Flow, thanks.
Good job, thanks.
What a mess. It is so busy.
It
Yeah.
was still good on Discord. It still sounded great on Discord.
Thanks, Jen. Oh my gosh, you really put it down there at the end.
You didn't skip a step, Joyflow.
Did you get your workout in, Taya?
I got my 60-minute time trial in.
Oh my God, Tommy.
That was fun. Not.
Oh, Pat and I did, what was that, 2 hours and 8 minutes?
Still riding.
God.
Were you guys up at 2 in the morning?
No, 2:45.
2:45. Oh, yeah,
only 45 minutes later.
Right. That's
Oh,
crazy.
God.
Well, thank you so much for as usual supporting the race. And
No, of course. It was a fun race. It's crazy. I got off at 4:45. I still couldn't get on by 20 minutes later. I still couldn't get everything.
It's random luck of the draw sometimes.
It is. So
You have almost 5,300 riders.
we're getting
on
some
right
crazy
now. It's no
coverage
wonder.
for TeamODZ from streaming the Sufferfest. We get something like 1,500 views of our streams for the tour.
wow.
It's pretty crazy. Today was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Now that we're not on that part of the stream, I don't know if I like that. 15 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I feel like riders can't follow it. I can't.
Well,
I don't
the
know.
cues are tough. When it gets like that, the cues are very difficult to read. You have to really know what you're doing and pay attention.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to adjust.
Yeah. So, what was it? Oh,
It's
yeah,
even
see?
tougher when you're in a
again, it was
Never.
0.80. I wrote it at 0.83, but it's programmed for 0.91 for 2 hours. That's
Yeah.
dangerous for people.
Hey, J-Flow. Yo.
Yo.
Are you there? It's even harder
What
when you're in
happened?
oxygen deprivation.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like.
Yeah, I know we've got all those guys doing it in the other channel right now. Oh, they should be streaming actually.
Mixer?
Give them tickets.
I think
Tickets for not
Zwift.
streaming.
Yeah, I got criticism for showing the power graph on the bottom of the thing. I guess there's this thing in like Sufferlandria to not show like your power graphs or whatever. I'm like, okay,
Cool.
yeah, I'm like, cool. Here, I'm at threshold. I'm gonna adjust the stream at threshold to do whatever you guys think that we should be doing. So I'm like, here you go. It was pretty funny. They have like unwritten rules or whatever. It's funny. Oh, there's Justin. Yeah, he's on a.
You could do like I do and just like cover it up.
All right. What else you got going on, you guys? I gotta get a nap in today.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I would need a nap too if I was up at 2:45 in the morning.
That's crazy.
Which one?
Waking up at 2:45, that one.
That's pretty insane. These guys do it all the time, though.
What's that? The workouts?
No, waking up 3 in the morning.
Oh, waking up. Yeah. So yeah, even when I wake up at Drew, it's at 3 o'clock when we do workouts too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be weird to go to team camp and not wake up. We'll all be up at like 5 and we'll be like, what are we supposed to do? We don't ride till like 8 or 9. Like now what?
Oh, seriously, until 8 or 9?
No. I'm just kidding. It won't be at 3 in the morning because it will be dark. But we'll all be like up because we're like used to getting us at least on Pacific are like used to getting up at like 4 o'clock to ride.
Yeah.
So J Flow. So I need you
saying?
to look in the dictionary under crazy. I think your name might be there.
Oh, she muted herself.
It is what it is. I mean, if you got to get 3 hours in and then you know what time the kids get up, you don't have a lot of choice.
There she is. Teo, you're saying you were talking to who?
Oh, I was saying that I was talking to Drew about Mount Lemmon, and I said, how are we going to, we have to drive over. What time are we going to get there? And I don't know if it's going to be late for Tom's group, right? And Drew was like, are you kidding me? Did you forget that these guys wake up at 2 in the morning?
Yeah. Just give us a day and be like, you guys got to be up at this time to get ready. Be like,
Hey,
that's it?
You missed my coffee and my sandwich while I was riding.
Pat, between all out sprints, he's like drinking his coffee, eating a sandwich. We're so funny.
At least he's drinking the coffee and riding, not just drinking the coffee and watching, right? Right, Pat?
That's true. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was explaining today what ERG was on the live stream and what it meant and what the roots of the word came from.
Wow, that's pretty profound there. But the roots and everything?
It comes from no. Like the roots from it's an ergometer. It's like a physics term, right? It's a flywheel and power and the braking force put on something and then the force applied in order to overcome that braking force. And that's where the smart trainer and essentially the rowers, that's where that all came from. But
You're going full Wikipedia on that then.
Hey man, you gotta know your tools, right?
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Zwo editors, Zwo XML validators.
XML, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, J-Flow, I'm out.
All right, good job.
Thanks for joining.
Good job out there today.
Fun race.
Look in the dictionary under crazy. Your names are there.
Oh,
yeah, no doubt.
So is yours.
It was only 2:45. It wasn't that early.
Yeah, and I only have 3K to go.
I'm sleeping even during the week when I wake up at 4:30 to go to work.
Oh, anybody can work on the weekdays. I don't know what that means.
I still sleep in till 4:30. See you in 2 weeks.
All right.
Take care.
I'm gonna go jump over there to the Sufferlandria guys. All right, I'll talk to you
All
later,
right.
Tay.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.
How was the ladies' race?
It was good. We had 25 riders, all kinds of technical difficulties because Zwift won't load, but hey, you know how that goes. We had some good views this morning. Pat and I brought Pat's mixer stream, laid it on top of mine, and we had some good views and good conversation with some of the Sufferlandrians out there.
But don't show your power graphs because that'll make somebody jealous.
Right. So we learned today. So if we show a workout with your power graph, a picture or something like that on the bottom there, that you're supposed to donate $10 to your Davis Finney page. And so I one-upped them as we like to do at TeamODZ, and I at threshold during the power station, standing doing 60 RPM, I went ahead and adjusted the live OBS stream to hide our power graphs.
That's ridiculous.
Great.
Well, it's a culture of basement trolls. You know, they're 1 hour wonders. So.
David Torello says,
"Yeah,
we did over-unders today. We're struggling in the second set with hitting target watts. And this is in erg mode, but I still completed the workout."
Yeah, good job, Dave.
All matters.
Hi.
I guess the question to Dave is, did he do the first part in ERG mode? You should be able to hear us, right, Justin?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. But yeah, I feel like this warm up is a bit intense as well for the shovel. It brings you all the way up to threshold. It brings it. You got you have like 2 more inner. It brings you all the way up to threshold.
I mean, if you watch most of Sufferfest, the warm up is really like a hidden interval.
They keep the IF high.
Oh, 0.91 today, man. This is the second day of 0.91.
Yeah, have fun with that.
If everything was actually done to prescription, it would hurt a lot of our athletes. But it's tough. Like, we'll see. I mean, well, Justin on the kinetic, I think you'll be able to get some of the targets, but to ramp up that quick, it's kind of tough. And with the larger flywheel, I think with your smaller flywheel, I think you'll be able to do it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know, bad girls need love too.
Oh, how much effort did that take to muster up? There you go. I like that.
The name of the song they're playing.
So, is there a mixer stream with all the other guys on this? Bussy on there?
No.
No. Okay, just hanging out.
I need to figure out that streaming thing. But
great. Just get Bob to do his magical touch thing, and then fixes your computer. You should, right?
He's been on here once. Oh, look, Katie.
Oh yeah.
This is great.
It's much easier to listen than it is to actually do, isn't it? So Justin, there you go. What's your plan? What's your plan for tomorrow? You're gonna do the stage 3 on Monday then, and just be on schedule.
3 and 4.
Oh, 3 and 4
on Monday.
And then you'll be on schedule for 5 on Tuesday.
Then I'll finish on Saturday.
Gotcha. I'll be on the same. So we could do it together on Tuesday then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I think Tuesday is when we could do like a 4-way stream. It'll like blow people's mind away.
Actually, I'll be doing CVR in the middle of it.
What time you guys gonna start on Tuesday?
Oh, I don't know.
4:15, baby.
Yeah, probably something like that.
I might be able to do that. My schedule's wanky. I'm teaching bike class Monday, Tuesday, and a normal 5 p.m., 3 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's good to get time off for the tour, time to train.
Yeah.
You got to get those world champion legs back.
Yeah, no kidding. Weak sauce right now.
Drew and Taya were having a conversation about how early we might need to leave on the day that we go to Mount Lemmon. And Drew goes, "Don't forget that all those guys on the West Coast wake up at like 3 a.m. to ride." He's like, "I don't think it's going to be a problem if we ask them to wake up an hour early to go somewhere."
The biggest piece will be getting all this stuff together the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd get everything ready to load. I think it's probably about an hour and a half to Tucson, especially if we get going early. So, I think as long as we get down there 8 or 9, it should be okay. I don't know.
Yeah, we are trying to meet up that other group, so hopefully